how are you? My name's Lauren. I am from Mumma Etc, and today you're watching Natural Parent Magazine's baby wearing segment. So I have teamed up with Natural Parent Magazine to bring you lots of information about baby wearing and yeah, just basically have a chat about a few key topics. Today I'm going to start with benefits for baby. So people think of baby wearing, oh great, hands-free, but there's actually so much more to it. There's so much more developmentally, you know, the hormones. So I'm going to touch on a few of those ideas today. So firstly, a bit about me. So I have two little boys, and I'm currently pregnant with my third baby. I wore my first little boy for a little while, but struggled with, in the Queensland climate where we live, it was very, very hot, and I had struggled with the big bulky carriers. It wasn't until I had my second that I discovered the ring sling, and not being able to find beautiful colors, I ended up starting my own collection, and so far it's been amazing. I wore my second baby all the way up to 2 years old, and barely sort of used a pram. It was a really beautiful parenting experience. I loved parenting my first as well, but just the closeness and all the benefits of baby wearing, from making motherhood easier and simpler, and also seeing him benefit from it was just really, really beautiful. I cannot wait to wear my third, and I feel like I'm really going to need to, because my boys are very busy lately. So what I'm going to start with is basically the fourth trimester. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have heard of the concept. I'm sure if you're into natural parenting and following this magazine, you would have heard a little bit about it. So basically, when baby is born, they want to be close to mummy. They have come out of the womb where they feel very warm, secure, they've got a lot of comfort, they can hear your heart. And when they get here, you're almost like you're the comfort from an external point of view. So your temperature, your heartbeat, your movement, everything is what they crave. And that's why so many mums say, oh, my newborn baby just wants to be held all the time. That's because you are all they know. And it's like your smell, your scent, your breath, everything that they felt in the womb, they feel when they're touching you. So baby wearing is going to settle your baby, your newborn baby. So if you pop them in a soft carrier, newborns are quite delicate, and you want to be able to wear something around the house. So definitely invest in like a soft carrier that you find comfortable and easy to use. And you'll find that your baby will be much less fussy. You'll be much less stressed about I can't put my baby down. It doesn't matter, put them in the sling, and you'll find your movement and everything will bring comfort to your baby. So they're used to being rocked in your belly, so much movement, especially if you're running after other kids. This baby is used to mummy running around like crazy. So yeah, so basically that brings them comfort. And that fourth trimester, your baby is adjusting and you are adjusting, and I'll talk more about mum adjusting in another topic. But your baby needs time to adjust to that world around them. You can't expect them to go from being inside your womb to lying on their own in a crib where they might feel cold, scared because they don't know where you are. All they really know is you. Aside from the physical sort of movement and breath and heartbeat and all those sort of things, it's also the hormones. So I don't know if you have heard of oxytocin. Basically, it's the best hormone ever. It's the one that gives you that beautiful big high after you've given birth, and the one that makes you forget about the pain and go back and do it again. And it is basically the one that helps you bond with your baby. It's a love hormone. It's when your baby is on you. That's why they say baby wearing helps with bonding. So when your baby is touching you or on you, you and your baby are creating this beautiful hormone. You've probably heard of skin to skin. So skin to skin, basically all those things I talked about, your scent, your heartbeat, brings them comfort. It also helps them regulate their own heartbeat and their temperature. also bringing on that oxytocin that I talked about also helps establish breastfeeding. So the more, once your baby's here, the more you wear them skin on skin, the better it is for them in that 4th trimester period where they're adjusting to the real world. Baby wearing basically allows you to do all this without having to lie down for hours, and especially if you've got to look after other kids, if you're the type that likes a tidy house, or you just don't want to sort of lie around all day. Like a lot of mums like to get out and about quite early. Popping your bubby in your sling with nothing on, maybe just a nappy, if that, you can always chuck them in the wash if they poo or wee in them, and just taking your shirt off, having that skin to skin time is just so beautiful and so important for you and your baby. It makes everything easier, transition, and they're just so much more content. So yeah, the more you can do that, the better. And again, soft carrier. A structured carrier is just a bit too bulky to sit down in and things, and you want to be able to sort of sit down, have a cuppa, or and you want bub to be comfortable as well, and a nice soft carrier will just mold to their little bodies. Now, as they start to get a little bit older, let's talk about learning. Okay, so when your baby is up around your face, they're taking in everything. Not only, so when they're really little, they can see your facial expressions and they can hear you talk. So they pick up on emotional and facial cues, and that's amazing for their development. When they're lying down in a pram or in a cot or, that sort of thing, not being held, they're missing out on a lot of that. When they are, so baby wearing means a more content baby because they have all their needs met. Basically, they're close to mum, they're close to milk, and they feel very comfortable. So they take to this state called the quiet alert state. And basically that means they're taking in things. So that's the time where they're not fussing, they're not feeding, they're not sleeping. They're just content and happy. And that's the point where they learn. So taking in all the visual cues from your face and hearing your language, hearing your speech, sounds, all that sort of thing, it helps them develop. There is research done about it, and it is actually proven that carried babies do develop a lot of sort of these things a lot faster, even language. So they do pick up your speech when you're talking to other adults, or maybe you're talking to them. And that's the thing, it does encourage you to talk to them because they're up here. So even when you go out and about into nature, I see it all the time. Mums send me photos and they're like pointing at something and their baby's looking at a tree or a plant or a bug. And that happens from fairly early on. Like as soon as your baby starts to be alert, they're absorbing everything around them. So yeah, being up high with you and taking in the world is really important for your baby. And lots of beautiful, beautiful benefits. And I can't stress enough how important it is to go out into nature and slow down, enjoy your baby, take in those moments. Before you know it, they're all grown up. So yeah, it's all part of a calm, kind of stimulating but calm environment. So I'm not talking about overstimulation. I'm talking about giving them information without them being fussy or crying or anything like that. Okay, sleeping. We all want to be able to sleep. We all want baby to sleep more sleep, less fussy. And basically going back to what I was saying earlier, when your baby's primal needs, instinctual needs are being met, they have mum, they're close to milk, they have that comfort. And what that means is they can sleep peacefully and contently. So a lot of the time when people talk about sleep cycles and things, when you put your baby down, that's often they wake up every hour or even more often, some people say every 20 minutes. When they're on you and they wake up, they've got that comfort, oh yeah, I'm here, I'm with mum, I'm okay, and they go back to sleep. And then they just create these deeper sleeping habits. They cry less, they fuss less. There's no need to sort of let them cry or fuss or anything like that. Basically, it's a lifesaver for naps. And my little boy has always been, he's always woken up a lot during the night for breastfeeds and whatnot, but he always easily goes back to sleep because he's always got that comfort of the sling. Another thing is when you are out and about, this is more of a benefit for mum as well, you've got that sleeping aid. So they associate that beautiful linen or that beautiful fabric or that you're sort of cradling them in they associate that with sleep. So when you're out and about and bub needs a sleep, you'll find they go to sleep really easily. You just pop them in the sling and it's nap time. So yeah, it's very good for their sleep, and I guess that is a benefit for baby because they are more content, they're getting more sleep means more brain development, and also happy baby, happy mummy, very important. So yeah, that's just a few of the things I really wanted to touch on. So yeah, I'll probably elaborate a little bit more down the track. I want to talk about some more topics like safe baby wearing is really important, benefits for mum, of course, and I'd love to talk about, sort of slow living and how minimalist parenting can benefit you and your baby and your family. So yeah, I've got lots to chat about, but this is sort of my first video. I hope you enjoyed it. Would love any feedback, any questions, send them my way. So yeah, take care. Bye, mamas.